welcome to week 21, children, of Draw and Paint for Life, where we are looking at the work of the British artist, Banksy, street artist, guerrilla graffiti artist, the color cadmium yellow, and we are drawing dolphins. Let's do it. Okay, so here's the color cadmium yellow in the paint box. Let's just brighten it up a little bit with a little bit of water. Okay, there's cadmium yellow. Here it is on paper. Here's what happens when you mix it with black. It goes almost olive green. With white, it's kind of like this creamy, beautiful, buttery color. With blue, yellow and blue make green, of course. Here it is with lemon yellow, just to see what mixing yellows looks together. And then red, which is beautiful brick red. So that is cadmium yellow. And then we're going to be drawing dolphins. So let's look at a super fun way to draw a dolphin. So I like to start with a heart shape, and then maybe like point it out a little bit. All right, for their fin. And then a dolphin is essentially like a big curve. And it has a beautiful bottle nose. And then curves back this way, and it has an underside usually. So that's essentially a heart and 3 lines. Let's try that one more time. We'll start with a heart. Make a nice big curving line that goes right into the bottle of its nose. And then bring that line down to meet the other side of the heart. And then make another line to draw its belly. It has these beautiful fins on the side, an eye, a mouth, and it also has a fin right here. Like that, okay? And that's your dolphin. Super simple. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
He's probably the world's best-known artist, and yet nobody truly knows who he is. Banksy, the revolutionary graffiti artist, is world-renowned and has produced works of graffiti everywhere from his homeland of the UK to the United States and even Palestine. For his fame and infamy, though, nobody has yet been able to decisively pin down who exactly is the enigmatic artist. Or have they? Banksy is known to have a juvenile record and began his graffiti career in 1990. Despite Britain's tough stance on graffiti, the young artist pulled off several risky graffiti stunts at a young age, gaining him street cred and an invitation to the Bristol underground scene. It was there that he met photographer Steve Lazaritz, who would go on to not just document his work, but sell it as he became his art agent. Graffiti is a painstaking affair though, and nothing was worse than getting caught in the act or chased off by the bobbies before your work was done. Thus, one day while hiding under a garbage truck from the local busies, Banksy saw the stenciled numbering on the truck and realized he could pull off complicated artwork relatively quickly if he too turned to stenciling. In a very real sense, Banksy owes his entire career to a garbage truck. Stenciling would prove revolutionary for Banksy and allowed him to spread his artwork prolifically across the UK. Yet Banksy was hardly bank-sing from his artwork, earning a few £100s here and there for random pieces he managed to sell. All of this would change though when Banksy's work took the leap from vandalism to true art, thanks to Christina Aguilera. She would buy one of Banksy's original prints at auction for £25,000, which in non-Harry Potter money is around $34,000. And just like that, buying graffiti art was the thing to do. Banksy's art began going for tens of thousands of pounds a piece, which is rather ironic for someone whose primary themes include anti-capitalism and the vapidity of modern culture. Banksy's popularity would truly explode with the release of the documentary Exit Through the Gift Shop. The film was directed by Banksy himself and featured the story of a French immigrant, Terry Guetta, who accidentally stumbled into the underground art scene in LA and fell in love with it. It's a tragic tale of materialism over art as Guetta goes from awakening artist to full-blown sellout. The film premiered at the Sundance Festival in Park City, Utah in 2010 and was accompanied by 10 street art installations by Banksy himself in Park City in order to promote the film, which seems like a complete capitalist sellout thing to do, but nobody'd tell Banksy we said that. But okay, who exactly is Banksy, and has anyone come close to unlocking Banksy's Clark Kent alter ego? Well, it turns out science might have the answer. Using geographic profiling, which is a scientific way of saying that researchers stalked somebody's social media and real-life travel plans, it was believed in 2008 that Banksy was actually Robin Gunningham, who was himself an artist. Banksy would go on to deny this, but then again, Batman would probably deny he was Bruce Wayne too. In 2018, Gunningham put up a piece of early artwork he had made for sale, and many people saw striking similarities between it and early Banksy pieces. For the researchers who concluded Gunningham was the real deal, their geolocation data is enough evidence to prove who the real Banksy is. The problem is that Gunningham is not the only person whose geolocation data manages to implicate as a possible Banksy. A new theory posits that Banksy is actually one of the members of the rock band Massive Attack, or possibly all of them. Banksy rose to fame along the same timeline and the same place as Massive Attack. Growing up in Bristol, Banksy says he was inspired by the graffiti artist 3D, otherwise known as Robert Del Naya, who happened to be a founding member of Massive Attack. Both Banksy and Del Naya were active in the same city at the same time, and Del Naya even appeared in Banksy's exit through the gift shop. But this theory claims that Del Naya is only a part of the Banksy identity, as Banksy is not just one person but several individuals led by Del Naya. The theory does have some traction too, as careful analysis of appearances of Banksy artwork shows that it very closely follows tour schedules for Massive Attack. The evidence includes 6 murals discovered on May 1, 2010 in San Francisco, after Massive Attack performed there just 3 days earlier. A week after a Banksy mural was discovered in Toronto, Massive Attack was also performing there. Lastly, on that same tour, Massive Attack played in Boston's Chinatown a day after a new Banksy popped up on a local wall there. Previously, in 2006, Massive Attack performed in Los Angeles just a week before Banksy's well-publicized Barely Legal exhibition. It was 2008. 14 Banksys appeared in New Orleans to commemorate the 3rd anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, while at the same time, Del Naya was co-writing the soundtrack to a Hurricane Katrina-themed documentary entitled Trouble the Water. With all these coincidences, one of two things is certain. Either Banksy is a big fan of Massive Attack, or Banksy is Massive Attack, as the theory posits that it's a team of individuals behind the famous artist and not just one man. There's been plenty of sightings of individuals working on Banksy pop-ups, and some have even been captured on film, yet no solid identity has yet been confirmed in any of these cases. With so many rumors speculating about the real identity of the world's most enigmatic artist, it actually begins to make sense that Banksy is not just one lone individual, but rather a group of individuals all coordinating to create artistic murals in a short amount of time on city walls all over the US and the UK. In the end, the enigma is part of the Banksy charm though, and if his real identity was ever confirmed, investors feared that the price of a Banksy would plummet dramatically. If Banksy is truly as subversive and anti-capitalistic as he or they claim to be, then maybe that's his entire goal. Although at this point, with the millions made off of Banksy sales, we doubt the point would be well received. So next time you see someone spray painting something that looks suspiciously Banksy related, snap a picture because you just might help unmask the world's most enigmatic artist. Also, London and Bristol have thousands of pounds worth of fines waiting to be handed out for graffitiing on public and private property.
Thanks for a great week, and thanks for making art, children. See you soon.